Hey, Bloomingos.
Welcome back. It's the Late Bloomers Podcast. I don't know what my fist is doing. Fisting.
Pumping passionately.
I'm Lo. This is Sully. And guys, you know what? We're on top of our shit because we're going to record another episode for you. And it has been less than a month. That's just impressive.
Pretty cool.
It's just impressive.
We got our fucking shit together.
Well, let's not get carried away.
This is a very special episode, isn't it?
It is. This is a special episode. This is
It's a special sauce.
This is like a thank you to you guys because we hit 10 episodes.
Sweet and salty sauce.
10 whole episodes.
The sauce is from the back of the kitchen.
Sauce. Because we saucing.
The Sean Connery sauce.
Yes. So we decided to do a little fun episode for you guys.
We were going to fuck around, fuck off.
We're going to fuck around, but what you guys are going to get out of this is 100... We're going to use the term fun loosely, but 100 fun facts.
It won't be fun for anyone.
about Sully and I.
Ah.
So, buckle up, bitches.
All right, number one, I am banned from Alaska.
That would actually be really fun.
Number two,
But
can't talk about that.
Number three,
No,
that's the entire list.
I'm totally welcome in every
So,
state.
some of it's going to be silly. Some of it's going to be stuff you might already know.
Some of it's going to be heart-wrenching. It's going to be depressing.
Some of it's going to make you probably fall in love with us because, I mean, look at these faces.
Promise not to fall in love.
Also, can we just talk about how summer we look right now with your braids and my tank?
I'm always summer, baby.
I don't know what that face was.
I was born in the Vinta times, though.
We were born in the Vinta. We were born a week apart.
That's true. Wait, more than a week, isn't it? Yes.
It's like
It's
5.
like 2 weeks.
It's 5 days. 6 days.
Wait, when is yours again? I always to get you.
Okay, so first fun fact: my birthday is February 1st.
Oh, that's right. You're way closer to me than anybody else.
And your birthday is
January 25th.
January 25th.
We are both
Aquarius.
Which is our first fact
Well, those are 2 facts.
for you astrological.
Yes. So that's 2 facts about each of us.
For you astrological.
Should we try to keep track of what fact we're on?
That's one of mine, so I'm already ahead of you.
No, that was 2 facts for each of us. Our birthdays and our sign.
Oh, okay, fine. Then yeah,
You're an
we
idiot.
are on the same ones.
But I'm saying, should we try to keep track, or
Fine,
we're gonna fuck it
that
up?
was the second fact.
Fact number 45.
We won't be able to keep on the same ones because I don't have the same.
No, it's fine.
Answers.
No, that probably won't happen very often. But we figured we'd start easy.
Because I'm doing it live, baby.
Yeah, Sully again is unprepared
I don't have anything
as
right
usual.
now.
I have a whole list, so I'm gonna apologize in advance for any of this you hear. It's inevitable. So, I am a very typical middle child. Like, I'm a by the book peacekeeper. Just your loud, outspoken middle child.
Okay, yes. I
That's
also
me.
am a middle child. Similar facts.
Explains a lot about us, doesn't it?
But the difference is I'm not the peacekeeper. I am the shit stirrer.
you are the
I
shit
am.
stirrer.
I think it was somebody. I've had multiple things said about me by family, but somebody once said, "Tyler will be the one to say the least constructive, but most known thing when stuff goes bad." Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, my dad always said that my mouth would be the death of me.
Yeah, that's true.
Another simple fact about me: my favorite color is blue.
How common.
Right there.
How mainstream.
It is. It's a very basic thing, but all shades of blue.
I grew up liking green, which I still like nowadays. But
He says wearing his green shirt.
my favorite color is actually orange, though. Not
I
because
feel like
the
that's a
Bengals.
boy answer. Like a lot of boys like red and orange.
Yeah, I like orange. It's it was
I like
always,
orange.
I like ones. I like one slices. It's autumn is why I always liked the orange, like the right in between yellow and red, which it is on the chromatic scale.
That would be orange.
I liked orange. Well, it's still do to this day. Bengals orange is okay. If I had $1 for how much
You had a bug.
people have been picking my nose so much recently, it's weird. That's another thing about losing weight and
That people pick your nose.
people are way more willing to tell me I have boogers in my nose. Just come up to me and I'll be like, "What the fuck? You have a booger?"
I just shot White Claw over both of us.
Hell yeah! Another fact about Walsh. She's a
that's weird.
snorter.
I am a snorter.
So true.
It's not one of the facts that I've written down,
But it's true.
but it is true.
All right, let's go to your next one. Go on.
What else we got? Oh, I still have, to this day, I don't sleep with it anymore. I still have my childhood stuffed bear. His name is Bobo, and it's a polar bear. He's got a hole in his back, and I like to play with the stuffing instead of sewing it up because I like the way the stuffing feels. So I'll pull it out sometimes and play with it and put it back in. It's a very strange sensation.
I was never
But I love him.
a big stuffed animal guy. Not really have any, except for one weird, maybe like Christmas '98. We were at a Lowe's.
So specific.
There was a penguin. That was like a Coke.
Say penguin again.
Penguin.
I just feel like you said it weird. Continue.
There was a penguin who had. Now you have me thinking about it.
Penguin.
It was like a Coca-Cola penguin. It had a hat and it had a Coke in its hand. I don't know why.
Oh, I had a little like Beanie Baby version of that, but it was a polar bear.
I really wanted it, and I asked for it. My mom got it for me, and I slept with it for like I was like 8. I don't know why I was getting into polar bear or what's it called, stuffed animals then, but
penguins.
I slept with it for like what did I say?
Polar bear.
Oh, penguin, yeah. So I slept that fucking penguin for like a month or 2. Who knows where it is nowadays? But that's like the only bond I remember having.
But isn't that like I'm just saying I still have mine.
Yeah, that's cool. It's very cool. Show it to give it to your daughter. Give it to your son one day.
It is not really white any longer. It is like a 20-plus-year-old, over 25-year-old bear.
It's like stained.
No, I mean it's just dirty. It's just like life dirty. It doesn't have stains on it.
It looks like the band Stained.
He's just like he's an off-white. He's just not white anymore.
It's like a cream. He's cream stained. Sorry.
I didn't like that.
What about the band Stained? Let's talk about that.
Bobo is not. He does not have come on
Name one
him.
Stained song.
I'm bad. You know I'm bad at this.
I can't think of one, but I know that they were popular.
I know that I know words to
well, they're
Stained
not
songs.
a fact, so fuck it.
They're not a fact.
My fact.
That's a fact that we don't know any
one Stained song. I can't name one of them.
Can't do it.
If you said one, I would be like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of one right now. But they were very popular for a while. But anyway, I collect nerd shit. I'm very nerdy, like more so than people would think.
You do. Like elaborate. Like what kind of nerd shit?
Really art and stuff like that.
Like kind of like fan art, right?
Yeah, I do have like figurines and stuff too, but not a lot of those. Like just like 1 or 2 or 3 really. But that's about it. Actually, like where
1 or 2 or 3 or 40.
I really don't have 40 at all. Like that is way overblown. One of them I have is an old Darth Vader bank that I had as a kid, and I just still happen to have it. He used to talk. He doesn't anymore, but he used to go off in the middle of the night, like for no reason. That's not
terrifying at all.
Yeah, and he would just be like, impressive. I know 2 teeth, and he would be like, most impressive. But you are not a Jedi yet. And then he would raise up his thing. So every time you'd put a coin in, that's what it would do.
That's funny.
And then I also had a C-3PO one, and that one would. Beep, 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 you know,
do the whole C-3PO thing.
Yeah.
But you also have like a lot of
human
like
cyborg relations.
Movie poster.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like mainly art. I like movies.
We're looking over here because there's a whole wall of said art.
Indeed.
Right now.
Yeah, some of it very cool. I like when it mashes up weird stuff. Like you can't see it, but there's like this one with Han Solo and Lando Calrissian.
Oh, the Colt 45 ad.
And it's like a Colt 45 ad, but if they were like real people, which is cool.
Yeah.
I like shit like that.
And this is one for the rogues.
One for the rogues, baby.
It works.
It might be, honestly, that might be my favorite thing that I own. Just because it's so fucking cool.
Like I said, it's fan art. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it all looks good. Like that Rorschach is fucking tight with stuff coming out.
I don't know what a Rorschach is.
I
know which one you're looking at.
He's a comic book character. That's his name. See how it looks like Rorschach blots on his face? Yeah, see, I'm a nerd. Although Rorschach is not really, he's pretty mainstream.
Yeah.
This one I paid for, which is Space Ghost and Harvey Birdman. But that's from like the Adult Swim days.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, they like revamped these old superheroes to make them do funny shit. And I liked their shows. But anyway, yeah, I'm a fucking nerd.
He's a nerd.
I probably always will be. Now that I'm trying to, get back out there into the world of vaginas, I probably should...
Vaginas?
Should probably get some of this stuff framed, you know what I mean?
That's that one, the ball guy, whatever he is. I forget what he's called. From the last Star Wars, maybe? The only thing on a fucking frame over there.
Oh, BB-8. Yeah.
That's framed.
It is framed. The rest of them are not.
Whatever it's called.
I feel like they wouldn't
look... The ball guy.
It would look
Star
less
Wars.
like a 13-year-old's bedroom if they were framed, though.
Agreed. So
but I'm going to take some of them down.
Let's breeze past this because we've been talking about it for a minute.
All right, go ahead.
I collect rubber ducks. It happened on accident.
I did not know that about you. Where the fuck is the collection? I've never seen it.
It's on my desk at work. So there's this restaurant that's actually, that old diner. This is just going to take a sidebar for a second, folks.
Sure.
There's an old diner in OTR by my house that's near Rosedale. Like, it looks like an old, 50s diner, because I think it is. And this restaurant that I used to go to called Sugar and Spice is buying it, and they're going to have, I don't know if they're closing their original location and opening this, or if they're just opening a second location. But this place is so small, like the original restaurant, and they're so popular, which is crazy because they don't serve alcohol, but like, because a lot of people go there for brunch, so you would expect
it's like diner food.
Yeah, but it's like good, like it's good. And
they've got late, open late.
The original one is not. It's like strictly a breakfast brunch, location.
Brunch.
It's great. I don't know what the diner is going to do because of the new location.
It's weird they make enough money off brunch only just to do that.
The thing is, when you're waiting, the like owner walks around with like different food on trays and just like feeds you.
I like that.
Like little macaroni bites, brownie bites.
Hey, over here.
Because the line is always so long. Like you'll wait for a while, but it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
And the first thing you do when you sit down at your table is they give you menus, but then they come over with this big bucket of ducks and they dump it out on the table, and you can take home rubber ducks.
That's kind of cool.
So I collected them through that because it's just like something my friends and I used to do on like Sunday mornings when there wasn't a Bengals game. We would do that. And then because I had like quite a few of them, people started seeing them places.
And they would grab them for you.
And they'd grab them if they were like something that was specific to me. So like somebody got me one that's a volleyball, like it's playing volleyball, and like one gave me one that's like a tiger one, so it's like for the Bengals. So like even some of my coworkers have given me one. Like for my birthday, one gave me one that looks like a cupcake. One gave me one because I do this all the time.
Creative with these
which
ducks.
Means I love you.
Shocker.
No.
The duck's giving the shocker.
Definitely not doing the shocker.
Dude, the pink
for those of you not watching, for those of you not watching, I'm 100% doing I love you in sign language, not the shocker.
Looks a lot like the shocker.
This is the shocker. This is I love you. Very different. But it's like a thing my family always does, so I do it to my friends, and so they got me a duck that says I love you across the chest. I got a breast cancer one. I got a bunch.
Which is all pink or just has a bow on?
It's all pink, and then it's got the ribbon on it. But yeah, so just it was a silly thing that I started, and then because people know that I have them, they get them for me. So now it's just kind of now I like it. When I no longer sit at my desk or like get a different job, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them.
Take them with you. Keep the collection.
Well, I'm going to keep them, but like I just don't know where to put them.
Make a giant duck room.
Just
have a room just full of ducks.
I think I've got like 20 of them.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. There's a lot of ducks on my desk at work.
I'm going to find some tight ducks.
Arguably upsetting.
I'm going to find a duck with a big beard and a wizard hat.
Yeah. Like my ex got me one that had like the little bowler hat and a mustache because we loved to watch Peaky Blinders. So it like was reminiscent of that.
Quite interesting it is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they've all got like I don't think I have any that are just
you got your
nothing. They've all got some sort of story or memory or a reason they were given to me. So they're pretty cool.
Memory. Some sort of Peaky Blinders.
Oh my god, what's your next fact? Weird, this is gonna take forever. I think we're only like 6 facts.
I think it's not even a good fact because most people love The Office, but I fall asleep to The Office almost every night.
I fall asleep to Friends almost every night.
It's like the perfect background noise because I know the episode so well. I don't really care to watch it. But
you can picture it in your head.
To where like I'm basically like watching it.
It's like our white noise.
I can put it on autopilot exactly. But anyway, yeah. So I fall asleep to The Office.
Okay, that wasn't on my list, but that's one of mine as well. That I do the same thing with Friends.
Very cool. Very cool.
We're learning a lot about each other, guys.
What's your next one?
Outside of that, I fall asleep to Friends.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, almost all, and I cannot emphasize this
enough.
Almost all, like literally all but like 5 of my friends are male.
Boy Brigade.
Case in point. I am part of the boy gang. You all call me by my last name like I'm a dude.
That's so true.
It's not that I don't like women. I love women. They just.
I will say this, and this may be considered sexist, but I'm going to say it anyway because I think it's true. It's not true about all women, but I think women are weirdly competitive with each other. And like,
yeah, I would agree with that.
I feel like sometimes when I'm talking,
but like in a catty way, whereas guys can be competitive with each other, and it is what it is.
Well, and like I feel like most women kind of don't really like they're all friends, but like they kind of like don't want each other to do well.
I would say that's.
Whereas I guess dudes are just like, I don't care.
It's not the same. Like as I've gotten older, it's not like that, and I think that's why I have even less girlfriends as I used to. Was because I realized that like some of these girls like truly they didn't have my back. They weren't there for me. I mean, and some of my best girlfriends
Kind of just hang out
live
with
across.
the same people.
They live across the country, or like
That's true.
we're all old and we all have our own lives. Like I don't
remember.
see them nearly as often as I see you guys.
Right.
But like, I would still say to a certain extent, I'm closer to them than I'll ever be to you because of the fact that we have vaginas.
You're women together.
And we can
You're
relate.
women and you're all in this together.
And our cycles have all synced up.
It's great. Guys love that.
Another fun fact.
Is that true? Does that actually happen?
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks. I didn't know it was scientifically proven.
I mean, not like every time, but like the girls at work, like a lot of us are on the same cycle because it's who we spend all of our time with, and it's just like a weird biological.
Must be really tight to work with you guys.
I mean, there's only like 6 of us.
How does your body know? It's weird. It's like picking up on other pheromones.
I guess.
And then it's like, this is nice.
Do I look like a medical doctor to you?
Let's do this.
I will say that a lot of times they say that people sync up to the supreme. So like the most like authoritative, the alpha. So, and I would say a lot of times it's...
Get on my cycle, bitch.
Yeah, I would say a lot of times they end up on mine.
That's fine.
Not always.
Whoa.
I ended up on LB's.
Damn, hell yeah you did.
LB is the alpha.
LB made you her bitch.
I wouldn't go that
She's
far.
like, bitch, get on my cycle.
I think we were already pretty close together, but...
Interesting.
Whatever. Enough about my period.
Let's get into it.
What's yours?
Expand on that.
Expand on it. Next.
I was second chair alto saxophone for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Only behind a guy.
Even bigger nerd.
A guy who got a scholarship to play
insanely
alto
talented.
Saxophone at the Ohio State University.
I hate when people say the Ohio State University.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's Ohio State.
I think didn't he get to dot the I?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, there you go, people.
He's, like I say, he's very talented.
And here's the thing, I like him, but he was the cockiest fucking dude ever, which is weird.
He was.
Because he had a giant curly afro and was just the biggest nerd, but he knew that he was like gifted at the saxophone.
He was very talented.
Which he was very good.
Okay, my next fact. We gotta
Go
breeze
ahead.
through this. I'm on number 8 on mine, and we've given about 40 facts.
So am
I am weirdly proud of my butt, but I don't really do anything to maintain it. It's just kind of there.
It's just there.
But I will say, a lot of people have a tendency to only notice my
Her boobs, yeah. Well, you have giant boobs.
My boobs.
And they draw the eye.
That's why my hair is just like...
People probably look at your butt too, but...
yeah, but even if people notice my butt, I would say people are more vocal about...
boobs.
My boobs. But I guess it is because, again, it's right here. You're facing me. Yeah. My boobs, I am sure my boobs are not in anybody's face.
Oh, yeah, because she's too short. But they are massive, and they do definitely draw the eye away.
They're fine. They're fine. But yeah, I'm weirdly proud of my butt. I like my butt.
Yeah, I'll admit, she's got a pretty nice ass.
Oh, I'm wearing the jeans.
They're
Did
nice.
you notice today?
I haven't paid attention.
These are the jeans. In a past episode, if any of you actually listen to us when we speak, Sully is a fan of one specific pair of my pants, and I have not worn them around you intentionally. And
they make her butt look nice. I've told her multiple times. It's a nice compliment. It's not overly sexual. Don't make it weird, listeners.
Don't make it weird. It's fine. You're up. Go. We have so much to get through.
I'm 6'1". A lot of people don't know that. I'm actually pretty tall.
And I'm 5'3".
You're very short, yeah. I'm not like crazy tall, but like typically I'm taller than most people I meet. Slim is always taller than me though, so.
But this is why I said it was a fun fact, because look at us sitting next to each other.
We look like we're the same, yeah. Well, I think it's the chair height.
Well, you're also a known sloucher,
but
I sit up straight all the time.
I'm a known sloucher. I have great posture.
You absolutely do not.
Hello.
You absolutely do not.
Yes, I do.
So yeah, so you're 6'1", I'm 5'3". I am a tiny person.
I'm a large person.
On that note, I have the hands and feet, those are very dirty bottoms to my shoes, of a much taller person. Arguably, like, one of my good girlfriends who lives in LA is like 5'9".
She's got massive hands.
Same size hands and feet as me. And boobs.
Like a hobbit.
But I'm just this fucking midget.
Just like a hobbit.
Like, let's do this, for example. Sorry, non-watching listeners.
Yeah, my hands still are bigger than yours. But
Yeah, but, like, they should be a lot bigger than mine. And it's barely your fingertips over my fingertips.
That's true. My next fact, speaking about hands, I have soft hands.
That's an understatement.
Immensely soft. It's like a baby's bottom.
They are uncomfortably soft.
They're pretty cool.
Sometimes when I touch them, I just like, I lose track of what I'm talking about because it's so, It catches me off guard every time.
Women are jealous of them.
They're so soft.
Women are jealous.
They're
of
softer than mine. Like, I have more calluses.
Let me feel.
Than you do.
I don't believe that. Where's I don't feel a callus on.
Right, you can see it.
There's one. I felt one right here.
Yeah. You have not a one. You don't even have the inklings of a callus.
I used to have multiple. But yeah, I have soft hands. Normally chicks will touch them and they're like, "Oh my god, your hands are so soft." I love that about you. You're.
Nobody loves that. It's uncomfortable.
I love it. Clearly, you've done no labor in your life.
You've never done a physical activity ever.
You get other people to do your labor, and that's right.
Bitch, you must have money.
I do.
Jesus. Okay. So, when I can't sleep, sometimes I will watch like America's Got Talent or American Idol or whatever singing competition thing, auditions, and I almost always end up crying.
That's very sad.
Well, because like I just think that singing and song and people's voices is just a very pure form of expression, and a lot of times with those shows they fucking juice it up and they give like a backstory to these people.
Yeah, they make you
cry.
And
then, but that's how I know like somebody's good is like if it gives me like it has a physical, like of a visceral reaction to it, and it happens.
Jessica.
It happens quite often, and it's nice, and it's just.
Jessica grew up on the streets. Can she sing herself out of them? Well, listen here. And then Jessica belts it out, and you start crying. And then...
Well, it's not always the story. The stories don't hurt, but like I don't know, it's just great. And it does like they've got the Asian autistic blind kid went like viral because he had the voice of a fucking angel. But it's not even those that get me. It's just the normal people, but they just have a way of singing that is just it's real. Like it's very expressive.
It's real, baby.
Yeah, like that you can feel the emotions that are coming through when they're singing, and it's nice. And so yeah, so that's what I do when I can't fall asleep. Is I'll watch that, and apparently I'm a glutton for punishment.
When we sing around like a wolf, would the wolf just hear like a howl, or like they're just like, "What the fuck noise are you making?" You know what I mean?
That is not the point of this.
Oh, sorry.
It's not a fact. But it's just
all right. Mine is I like AM radio. A lot of people don't know that about me. I like it. I don't know why I always liked radio.
So just like talk radio or specifically AM?
Yeah, like I like when there's like an old man and he's like, "We're talking about the water park."
And he's just bitching about something.
Yeah, but like local stuff. Yeah. I like listening to like local AM radio. I don't know
like 700 WLW.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
specifically.
They get somebody on. They're like, "What about that murder downtown?"
Nobody in Cincinnati talks like that.
Not specifically about murder, but just like that local. I don't know. It feels like public access or something, even though it's 700, which is a pretty big radio station. But yeah, I like AM radio. I'm like an old man.
My grandmother is arguably my best friend. She is one of the few people that knows the truth about San Francisco last year, and she will take that to her fucking grave.
It burnt down.
No. I had a trip to San Francisco, and she knows everything.
There was some bisexual stuff going on.
There was nothing bisexual that happened.
There was
There was nothing.
Some kind of bank heist.
Nope. Well, it was just great because she knew she would like kind of gave me her blessing to do the things, and when I got back,
Jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes.
Go ahead, sweetheart. Knock yourself out.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Leap right over that bridge.
When I got back, it was Easter, so I saw her and she asked me how my trip was, and she and I had to speak in code because my mom was there and like my family was around and everybody wanted to know how my trip was, but they all thought that they all had gotten a different story than what was the truth, but she was the only one that knew. So, shout out to you, Helen. You're a real big slut, and I fucking love you.
Wow, that's pretty cool to tell us.
She's such a slut. I tell her all the time. She's great.
Granny slut. Wash your granny's a slut.
She's a little slave.
She
got jungle fever, baby.
Mine is, wait, is that what it had to do with? She slept with a black guy in San Francisco?
No, I didn't sleep with a black guy. I've never been with a black man. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But I haven't.
That's from Seinfeld. Yeah, mine is, I'm not a very good cook, but I like to cook.
You do?
There's something methodical about it, you know what I mean?
Agreed.
It's like a ritual.
I like to cook, but I think I prefer to bake.
No, but go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just thinking out loud.
Fine.
That is one of my facts is I like to bake, and I consider myself quite good at it. I have actually been paid for my baking before.
She's been paid to bake. I've never been paid to cook, but we're both okay at it.
We're okay.
Next one we got?
I was a fine arts major at a top 5 art school.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I was a college dropout, and look at me now.
That's my next fact. I did not graduate with that degree. I dropped out as well.
It would have been a good one, though.
So neither of us have degrees.
No.
Yeah.
We're both failures.
We're both epic failures.
Especially in today's economy.
Woo!
But anyway. All right, let's move on.
Sucks to be 30 with no degree. Let's see. What else do I got? I own a guitar and a piano and can barely play either of them.
Yeah, I own a guitar that I can't play, but it's a nice one.
It's sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
What you got? Is that a Yamaha? No. Oh, it's an Ovation. I do love Ovations.
Great guitar.
My dad's got
a fucking great guitar.
My dad's got an old Ovation that I fucking love, and he gave it to my brother, which I guess is fair because he can play it. And
he can actually play it, yeah.
I got a Yamaha.
She's gonna sit and collect dust at your crib.
It does. Well, no, you guys, Watchdog plays it when he comes over. I got friends. I have friends that play it, so it is nice to have because sometimes you just want to have a little sang along.
I agree, you do.
And
my next fact.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep us moving.
Yeah.
Is it's already been 28 minutes.
28 minutes.
And I think we're on number 12.
We are. I haven't flipped this page yet, so it's not great. We've given you guys more than 12
Yeah,
facts,
we don't need to elaborate on everyone either.
No,
We'll start going faster.
We're talkers.
I like cranberry and vodka. If I could have a choice of any drink in the bar, that's what I would get. People will make fun of you for
If you
it.
can have a Joyce.
A choice. If I could have a choice, that's what it would be. Sometimes I like to get. Well, I don't mind White Claws.
What do you call it? You call it a cranberry vodka?
I call it a cran vod.
Everybody calls it a vodka cran.
Not me. I call it a cran vod.
You're an idiot.
I say it real cool, like, so give me that cran vod, and they're like, "What the fuck are you saying?" I say cran vod. They're like,
You're bound to just get a fucking glass of cranberry one of
What
these
is that?
days.
And I'm like, cranberry and vodka. All right, it's for men.
For men.
And then they hook me up. What are you on your period?
Yeah, he's got a UTI. My favorite drink is gin and tonic. Always. Again, shout out to Helen. But I am quite partial to red wine. I have like fucking 15 bottles in my house right now, and a good bourbon.
Proud of you.
Love a good bourbon.
I broke both toes at the same time. Well, within like 3 days of each other.
Which toes?
I've only
I think I said both toes, like you only have 2 toes.
I've only ever broken pinky toes.
Okay.
I stubbed a pinky toe into the. I've only ever broken pinky toes. I stubbed a pinky toe into the fridge and broke it, and then like 2 days later, while shuffling around the house with one bad pinky toe, I stubbed the other fucking pinky toe and broke it. And then so I literally was walking around with fucking 2 splinted up pinky toes.
Baby toes. That's really
for like
funny.
3 weeks. Yeah, they were huge and swollen and disgusting looking.
That's great. I've never broken a bone. Well, that ever needed a cast or a splint. I did break my tailbone, so I did have a donut that I sat on for a while. But other than that, you all right there,
It was
Kelly?
an inward burp.
But yeah, I've never, which is incredible because I'm the most clumsy fucking person.
It's true about her.
The Murphy's Law of human beings. What else we got? I have an older sister who is 18 months almost to the day older than me, and I have a younger brother who is 3 years and 11 months to the day younger than me.
I have an older brother. We're Irish twins. We're 14 months apart. And I have a younger sister who's 11 years younger than me.
Yeah. Big gap.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Wait, when did Pooh graduate? The same year as my sister, or is he just a year older than us?
He's a year older than us, 07.
Yeah, my sister's, because she's a summer baby, they bumped her up to the next grade. But she's, age-wise, younger than most people in your brother's grade. None of that's interesting.
Not at all.
Just a fact.
Anyway,
More,
I got a brother and a sister.
Weird fucking facts.
She's got a brother and a sister.
God, we are more alike than I realized. As we're like saying this shit out loud. Like, fuck, are we the same person?
We're both pretty obnoxious as well.
Speaking of fuck is probably my favorite word.
I like them all.
All the words or all the cuss words?
All the cuss words. Truthfully, my favorite one is probably cunt. I really love that word.
I do enjoy a good cunt.
I think
it's got to be used in the right context.
And I think a part of it, is because...
You got to be real gentle with it.
It's like the A-bomb. If you're going to use it, it needs to be with surgical precision. And you need to know that once you pull that trigger, you can never pull that trigger. But that's why it's so effective.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
But I do quite often like to refer to myself as Cunty McGee. Or say that someone's being cunty.
So you're trivializing, you're softening cunt when you do that.
That's the attempt.
You fucking cunt.
I have also screamed "you fucking cunt" before. So apparently I want it all. Ooh, I had 2 major surgeries before the age of 10. One on my eyeball because my tear duct was closed basically. There was an extra flap of skin over it, so I couldn't cry. And to this day, I can still really only cry out of one eye, which is weird. And that's how I got Bobo. full circle.
Wow.
Like from that eye surgery. And then the second was I was 6 and I had my tonsils out because I had the mumps 5 times and tonsillitis twice, and they were like, take those fuckers out. So extra fact on that, I've never had strep.
That's pretty cool. I've had strep multiple times.
Get your tonsils out.
I had my wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh, does that count as a major surgery?
I mean, I don't know. I went under for it.
I had mine out at 21.
I also had a hernia surgery when I was like 14.
And your tum-tum? I said it like
in
that.
my pubic wall area. It's like right, but it's like right here.
Your groin.
It's like right here.
Oh, like where my ovaries would be.
Essentially, yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, they cut me up. Cut me up, Dolly.
Interesting. Do you have a big scar?
It's basically gone, but yeah, I do have a scar. If my pubes are totally shaved, you can see it. But if there's a little bit of hair, it's good. Can't notice it at all.
I have so many scars on my body. It's fucking hilarious. I come across as quite an asshole, but I'm actually a sensitive little fucking nugget, and I am genuine and a loyal little friend.
I'm obnoxious.
How many times have you made me cry?
God, I don't even want to fucking know. I don't know what I do half the time. I'm just like, all right, well.
No, fuck you. I'm not that sensitive.
She is.
I am not.
No. See, no, look, she's too sensitive. I can't even say the truth. She might start crying right now. You're right. You're not too sensitive.
Fuck you.
Wow, the way that I just meta.
Yeah.
So quickly did that. I'm also pretty. I can be sensitive too, though.
You are. You're.
But I don't cry.
Empathetic.
I brood about it. I'll be quiet, and then if you're like, "Slay, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Fuck you."
Well, see, I think a lot of the reason that I cry, especially with like you, if you've hurt my feelings, is more out of like anger, because I tend to. I'm a. Let me try that again. Mm-hmm. I am an angry crier. Like, I don't want to yell at people. I don't want to be shitty to people. I don't want to do to people what they're doing to me that's making me get this angry in the first place. So my knee-jerk reaction is to just like hold that in. So then it just manifests as tears, which then just makes me mad at myself. So then I'm just like sad because I'm like, why am I crying like a little bitch right now? And it's fine. And there's a burp for you.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're both very nice humans, I swear.
I'm really not.
Yes, you are.
I'm pretty mean.
No, you're not.
I do shit where I wonder. I don't mean to. But like, I think that sometimes I can like joke with people, like I know them better than I do, and then I think that.
Oh, same. I get too comfortable too quickly.
Them. Yeah, yep. And then I'm like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have.
Might have crossed that line. I didn't mean to cross. Because you think, like, because there's some things that are always going to teeter on funny / inappropriate.
And that's the funniest shit, though.
But yeah, we're nice people. Let's just breeze past it. It's fine. It's fine. My lucky number is either 22 or 222. It follows my family around. I won't get into that because it's real weird and superstitious.
Mine is 17.
1738.
She was 17. You know what I mean.
Next, I refuse to own an iPhone. I mean, I do have one, but it's my work phone. It was given to me.
What a coincidence. I refuse to own an Android. Okay.
Why?
Because
look, I'm so pissed. Look at my face. Just
most viruses are made for Windows operating systems because they're 90% of all computers. So more phone viruses are made for Windows than they are for Apple. Just because if you're going to try to infect the population, wouldn't you rather hit 90% than 10%?
I feel like everybody has an iPhone, though.
Wow. I disagree. More people have Androids, I think.
I don't know.
Wow.
People give me so much shit for not having a fucking blue bubble.
What are you, par?
No, I feel like
that's what people think.
Yeah,
when
it is. Yeah. And then, I'm like, this is a really nice phone. And I have
an iPhone from like 10
That's what I'm saying. I usually have a newer phone than most people, but because it's an Android.
I hate those bubbles. It's true.
Well, it's what is this? I think this is an S8 Plus.
S8 Plus.
Which is an older phone. But it's not bad. It's not a bad phone.
Here's another fact about me.
Guys, I'm flipping the page.
Boy bands are all right. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. People, the song.
Yes, bitch.
The songs will come on and bitches will start. Sorry, I shouldn't say bitches.
No, in this terms, bitches.
Ladies will start singing them, and they are really enthused, and all the dudes are like, I'm too cool for this. It's like, brother, if you were listening to the radio.
You want it that way.
If you were listening to the radio and you had a heart in the late 90s, you know these songs.
If you're in your car alone and this comes on, you're cranking it and you're jamming.
And here's the thing about dudes. I think dudes are often not willing to look stupid. that's my like strength.
Like,
I am so
no shame.
I am so willing to like be or look stupid to get a laugh.
It's like a form of vulnerability.
It is, which I think actually endears you to them more than being like,
Agreed.
I'm not dancing to this Backstreet Boy shit. You know what I mean?
I would agree. Okay, now I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Backstreet Boys are in sync.
In sync.
Ugh.
My cousin.
Good boy.
My cousin is who got me into those boys
Round
at
2.
the age, but yeah.
98 Degrees or Backstreet Boys. There's only one correct answer.
They're both second brand.
But there's only one correct answer.
Probably Backstreet Boys.
No, it's got to be 98 Degrees. Do you know why?
Name one 98 Degree song.
Because they're from here.
Oh, I didn't know that. But
they live here. They add a bar.
I remember that, but can't name one of their songs. I can't think of one song from them.
I don't know. You just made my mind go blank. I can sing their entire first album, but fuck.
The one I'm thinking of, the one from the Newlyweds fucking theme song. Remember when him and Jessica Simpson had a show where they were married? The theme song to that was.
I don't think that was actually. I think that was a song they made for the show. I don't.
Oh, it was. You're right. I do. For the rest of my life.
Oh no!
It's beyond my control. And
I've waited so that they didn't make that for the show. That's
the only one I can think of. Didn't they sing? I like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
No, that's LFO.
I'd take her if I had one wish.
That's called The Girls of Summer.
The Girls of the Summer of that summer.
It looks like my armpit's like black. It's just a shadow, folks. But this is
anyway.
bruised.
All right.
Anyway, moving on forward. I rarely carry cash.
I'm a cash man. I always got cash on me.
You always have cash.
I do have a credit card, but I really only use it online.
Do you have a credit card or a debit card?
A credit card. I actually don't have a debit card.
I have both. I have a debit/credit, which is one card, and then I have 2 credit cards.
Not I only have a credit card and then a separate.
I don't know why I have them. I don't
separate
use them,
bank account that's considered savings.
I very rarely use my actual credit cards. Those are for like when my dog went to the vet and shit. So I'm fairly responsible.
Emergency funds.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like having cash. I just never. Do you go to the fucking bank? You go to the ATM?
Yes.
I don't have time for that.
It's not that far. Just hit it before.
But yeah, so I never carry cash. Or
she doesn't carry cash.
Very rare.
I carry cash.
Very rarely.
I used to be. Low always says that I was popular in high school. I guess it's true in the sense of I had a lot of friends. But at a certain point in my life, I realized we're just kind of we're not really friends.
We're
just kind of I'm bored. I'm bored too. I live in the same area. So do I. Okay, let's be bored together. And so as I've gotten older, I've cut down my friend group. And I'm actually very picky about my friends. And when they fucking double cross me.
How often have you been double crossed?
Never. But I'm just saying.
When they do,
I'm picky about my friends, but that's why too. When they hurt my I'm sensitive in that sense. When I really trust somebody and they're a friend and they do something that might offend me or hurt my feelings, it really hurts my feelings.
It really gets you.
Because it's I don't like a lot of people. You know, it's actually a bit of a burden I'm putting on you. You're supposed to prove to me that people are good because I don't think they are.
Because fuck everybody. Okay. Oh, I threw shot put and discus for 8 years and ran track, was a sprinter. But of those 8 years, 4 of them was varsity track.
I played...
Which is impressive, because again, I'm 5'3".
I played freshman football, which I was terrible at. I failed at it.
Shocking.
And I would regularly pretend to hyperventilate so I didn't have to do anything. And then...
that doesn't surprise me at all.
I also I played lacrosse for a little bit, but I quit maybe 2 weeks before the final season. It just was...
Why?
It got on my nerves. I really only wanted to do it for the jersey. They were starting a new lacrosse team, so I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be easy," and it was gonna fuck with anything.
Yeah, it was a club team, right?
They weren't technically, it wasn't technically considered Fairfield's varsity team. So there was a lot of sophomores. There was even some freshmen. Mm-hmm. There was very few of us seniors. But I don't know. I just have never been an organized sports guy. I was always one of the people. I was always too cool. I was way too cool.
Is that your story?
So after school, we would go and do other shit like smoke and drink.
You hit the box. Oh my gosh.
Put cigarettes out.
Okay, next. So I've been attempting, and keyword is attempting, to write a book for 5 fucking years now?
A long time.
I've been talking to you about it forever.
Yes, I also am a writer. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that about me.
You're a very good writer.
Indeed. Thank you.
You screwed with
Emily Dickinson.
You wrote a story about our friend JT.
Wrote a story about him?
Yeah, we were all sitting, it was in college.
I don't remember that.
We were all very stoned because it was college. And it was like a letter. But you wrote it, but it sounded like he wrote it. Like you wrote it as him to us. Like,
oh, no, you're talking about the Mormon thing.
Yeah, but you wrote it as like a letter to us.
No,
like
as me, though. It wasn't for, are you saying JT like Josh Turner?
Uh-huh.
No, it was for me.
Oh, I thought it was for
I
him.
said that nobody's met, my dad doesn't live near me, so like a lot of people have not met my dad. And so like at the time I was writing.
Maybe Tartar read it to us or something.
Or maybe. But I was like I was like trying to see if I could trick them and
you did.
That it was real.
And you did.
But so I was like, yeah, a lot of people don't know my dad's actually Mormon and I have a few moms. And that's,
but it was this long-winded, like this huge thing with totally so much detail and it was really funny. I was so pissed when you were like, just kidding!
And well, I think some people like were mad at me like, why would you do something like that? And I was like, I just like to fuck with people. Like
it was really funny.
But I can't remember who it was, but somebody was like really offended and they were like, I just don't get what goes through your mind that you would like want to do something like that. Like,
why would you want to fuck with your
friends?
almost
think that you're crazy because you would do it. Yeah,
I mean, it was a little
crazy.
It was a little like
it was a little crazy,
but
it wasn't. It sounded real. It is unhinged to do it.
That's what I meant.
But I like to fuck with people.
That's how you can tell your real friends.
Their faces, though, they were. I just remember. Wide-eyed, like. But then, like, some people were nodding, like, "Oh, this is starting to make sense." Like.
Now I know why Sully is the way he is. I get it. Like, people's minds were just like.
It's pretty sadistic when you think about it, but God, it was funny.
It was really funny. God, and we were like 19 at the oldest. Like, we were not old. I love painting and drawing. So painting would be oil paint, and drawing I actually prefer pointillism, which would be using the stippling effect, which for you laymen would be dots, little tiny dots, making up a photo.
I always liked being called a layman. Because you're laying something, baby.
Jesus Christ.
My hobby has been writing. I don't write that much anymore though, which I hate. But
no, we both need to be better about that.
We should.
Hence the book I've been
We should just write a pilot of. I think we could easily do a TV show over anything else, and Netflix will greenlight anything.
Well, this is a fun fact that I actually don't know if we've ever brought up before. Is that's how we got the title for this podcast.
That's so true.
Was Sully wrote, I don't know if it was like a full-blown episode, but it was a concept for this show that was based off of our friendship and like some of our other friends, and almost like a Friends-esque,
like a modern Friends, but not so more like I'm throwing too many things out there. We're like Friends, but they don't hug or love each other really.
So like our actual lives.
Yeah.
But he called it The Late Bloomers, and we had been struggling to find a name for this podcast forever, because again, it took us years to do this podcast, which is why it takes us about like a month to record anything. But yeah, so that's an extra bonus fact. That is how
and pretty
we got
soon
this.
We're gonna pitch it to Netflix, and they're gonna greenlight it.
Because again,
and then we're gonna be on set.
And you know what? If they don't, Hulu, Amazon Prime,
somebody, and we'll be on set, and I'll be saying, "These are not the fucking grapes I asked for." All right, let's continue.
Let's see. Oh, I don't know how to show this. I might need to stand up and you make a base for me. I can rotate my hand over 360 degrees.
Okay,
is
what
it
do you
380?
need to do?
360? 180?
380 would be a circle and then plus 20 degrees.
I think it is about 380. Okay. Well, you might want to use like that book for... Okay, lower. Okay, so if I start like this, hand flat, you can turn... Wait.
Wow, that looked really bad. That was not impressive at all. Go ahead.
Okay, so if I start...
All right.
Like this.
Okay.
My hand all the way around.
Okay, yeah, no, that was creepy.
It was really hard to do because I'm short, so I was like...
So what, are you double jointed?
I actually have a disease called ED.
Double jointed everywhere but one place.
It's not erectile dysfunction. It's
Ergen-Dershon syndrome?
Something like that. It's essentially that I'm like hyper jointed. So it's not double jointed. I'm not as like I'm not as flexible as like some people, but it means that like my joints will go further than they're supposed to because my body doesn't know how to tell it to stop.
Hypertensile.
Sort of. So like that's how I've gotten injured so many times. Is just like most people are only supposed to be like you shouldn't be able to lift your elbow that high without your shoulder moving. Like you should only be like here, but I can go above it, just because like which is how I get hurt because then it bends too far and then it just.
I can do that. Do what now?
Without your shoulder moving. Get your shoulders moving right here. Okay, well, maybe you are too. I don't know.
I'm really double jointed. I used to fuck with gym teachers.
Okay.
This is what I mean. Like I just like to fuck with people.
You're an asshole. Okay.
Well, how? Mrs. Spears, God rest her soul, great gym teacher. She knew after I did it one time, but so I would get subs, and I'm double jointed, so I can make my thumb do that. And I would be like, my thumb really hurts. John threw the basketball and I caught it weird.
How are you doing that?
And then I would show them their thumb. They'd be like, oh my God.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. You're double jointed too, probably.
I don't think I can do it with this one.
I'm pretty sure I can do it with both. Actually.
Huh. Nailed it.
It's weird.
God, if we don't get marriage proposals from you people by the end of this... We're doing something wrong.
I'm going to be an old dad.
Speaking of that, I have dislocated both of my shoulders and my...
Jacking people off.
My right knee. No, just sometimes being...
Pterodactyl.
Playing volleyball, just being... Yeah, no, we hear you. We're just breezing past it. You goon.
Skiing down the slope.
All right, you're fucking up, you asshole.
I've been to Ireland when I was 14 years old. I was in the country of Ireland. It's where my family's from. I'm from the County Kerry. You ever been to Ireland, lass?
No.
Hi, potato.
That is my next act. I plan on going.
Well, that's not a fact. Planning on doing something? I'm planning on having kids. Should I put that on there?
Yeah. No, it's a thing. It's like it's holding me accountable. I'm going to...
It's holding me accountable. Sorry.
I am going to Ireland this fall. So either it's looking like late September or like mid-October. Because the flights have been crazy cheap.
She's getting her knickers in a bunch because she's getting ready to go to Ireland. She's so eager for it. She can't wait to get there. She's a real lassie.
I'm so done with you.
All right, anyway, yeah, I've been to Ireland. So, wow, rub that over your head. I've been.
I've never left the country.
You've never been to any other country?
Nope.
Wow, I've been to Ireland.
I just got my passport.
Very cool.
Wow, we're giving you guys all kinds of little golden extra nuggets. I have been in 9 productions, like plays / musicals.
Oklahoma, Little Shop of Horrors, Starlight Express.
Yes.
No Country for Old Men.
No.
That's all I got.
Okay, yours. Go.
I haven't been in any production. My newest fact, though, is I did not watch any kind of PBS growing up. I had cable.
I don't think that's a fact. You say it every fucking episode.
No, but people are always like, so you never watched Mr. Rogers? Like, I didn't fuck with those bullshit trains and taking off his shoes. No. I didn't fuck with no Sesame Street.
I didn't really either.
I fuck with none of that cable. Bullshit, alright?
You definitely still got PBS with cable. But anyway.
I didn't watch it. Because I was like, this is poor people TV.
True.
I'm not watching this.
So I got nominated. That's my next fact. I got nominated for the high school equivalent of a Tony. It's called a Cappy.
It's called a Honey.
I am a member of the International Thespian Society.
She's a Cappy.
No, I'm a thespian.
She's a thespian who thought the thespian who the Cappy nominee.
Mm-hmm. I did not win, but I was nominated.
She was nominated.
It was exciting.
I'm so proud of her.
I was very excited about it.
I always regret not doing theater in high school. I always wish that I would have.
I wish I would have started sooner.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I wish I would have stuck with the saxophone. All right, now we're going into the regrets section.
Okay.
The facts.
I am a huge football fan. Love football. Favorite sport to watch, play, love it. Huge
I'm more of a college basketball fan. College
which
specifically.
Is fine. Yeah, because the NBA is a joke. It's like watching WWE.
There's no defenses in this.
Yeah, everybody just throws themselves on the ground and it's bullshit. I have a 10-ish year old it'll be
daughter.
No, it'll be 8 years in September that I've had her. When I got her, they said she was between 1 and 3, so she would be. That's not her. She would be between 9 and 11, so we just call her an even 10. And her name is Lulu, but I'm not girly enough to have a dog named Lulu, so it is Lou. Did I say black lab? Did I get that part out?
Yeah, you did. You said black lab. She's pretty cool. I got a dog named Cyrus. He's a yellow lab. He's 5 years old. He's got a big old nice pair of balls on the back of him.
And he is. Our dogs are very equivalent to our sizes. Like I have
Mine's not very big though.
Right, but Lou's even smaller is my point. Like
yeah, they're both small labs.
And then like Joe weirdly has Slim, as you guys know him, has a
giant
like 120 pound
lab,
chocolate lab. So we've got one of each lab in different sizes.
And my roommate Slim's here. Slim's moved in.
Hey, how's it going?
But Slim's dog is big and Slim is big. So he's got the big lab, you've got the medium lab, and I've got the little lab, and they're all each different colors, and it's very funny.
And they're all nuts.
It's an interesting little coinky dink.
They're all nuts in their own way. The crazy bastards, but it's a lot of fun.
They're all very different personalities.
It's a lot of fun when you get them together.
We've actually never had all 3 of them together.
Well, when you get 2 of them together.
Yes, 2 of them are here right now.
Okay.
I've pooped myself 3 times as an adult. I think I have mentioned this briefly. I will not go into the stories because they are long. But I will say 1 was a full-blown shit, was not my fault. 2 were sharts.
I've lost
were
track
my
of how
fault.
many times I've shit myself since I've been an adult.
Okay.
It's regular. No.
Okay.
No, I pooped myself once in maybe...
As an adult?
Yeah, maybe like 2013.
Why? I've never heard this. How have you never told me this? All the times I talk about poop.
I was driving and I really had to shit and farted.
I've almost pooped on the side of the highway because
farted and honestly it wasn't like a total
So you sharted?
Sharted. I wasn't sitting in my own shit, but when I took my pants off, there was definitely a brown wet stain, and I had to wash those pants and wash those underwear immediately. But
that's good shit, literally, huh? But I'm pumped. I have the intention to start a nonprofit for at-risk and underprivileged youth in the neighborhood to learn art, music, and theater because I know a thing or two about a thing or two, and I had a very interesting upbringing, and I think it did really good things for me to be involved in those activities, and everybody needs an outlet, so I would love to provide that outlet for kids that, don't have it, because a lot of schools, the first thing to go is the art, music, and theater programs. So.
In a similar vein, I want to start a cult. And I want to also have a lot of outreach.
Jesus Christ.
And help people to,
I fucking hate
help
you
people
so
find
much.
their way. Help people find their way through life and find some meaning. You know what I mean? And yeah,
okay.
I have it. I do have all the answers. Give me a call. Let's start it up. Anyway, yeah, so you start your nonprofit.
Okay, what's your actual fact?
Total for profit cult. It's all for profit.
Oh, Jesus.
Actual fact is, I don't know if I've always come to wonder about it now. I was an insomniac. Like, I had a therapist say, like, yeah, you're an insomniac. But I kind of just think that I didn't want to sleep. But when
Expand on that.
Maybe like 7th and 8th grade, I would not sleep. Like, I would stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning and then go to school at like, whatever time we had to be there.
Early as fuck. School started so early for us.
And some nights I would play Halo all night, but then other nights I would just be like, I'm just not sleeping, and I would watch Scrub reruns until I fell asleep.
I love Scrubs. Yeah, so in that same vein, I actually suffer from sleep paralysis, which is awful, and typically is accompanied, not always for me, but the very first time, like a hallucination of essentially a slim-shaped creature.
I'm loving what you guys are doing back here.
A very tall, slim man. It's a dark figure. And I can't move, I can't scream, I can't do anything, and it is terrifying. I'm awake.
Describe me as your terror.
I definitely just described him as my terror. No, but it's interesting. I mean, my body is completely asleep, but my mind is, and
mind's awake. But
mind is awake. Eyes are open.
Your mind is screaming. That
scares the shit out of me. It's terrifying. It's not happened. Knock on wood. In a while.
I hate stuff like that.
But it's bad. It's happened a lot. Like since I can remember, since I was a little kid.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been diagnosed, but I know that it happens to me. So.
I love it. If I was a girl, I would have been named something with a V, either Victoria or Veronica. My parents told me that.
They just said something with a V. They
either Victoria or Veronica.
Oh, interesting. My parents.
So I would have been a Tory. Or a Ronnie.
Or a Ronnie. My parents almost named me, actually, up until the actual moment of my birth. Or actually, I guess the moment where they had to, like, tell somebody what my name was. My name was supposed to be Colleen. Which I kind of wish it had been.
It's very Irish. Colleen!
I would have been Colleen Walsh, which is a very Irish name. And I kind of wish I had because, you know, my name is not creative, and there are a lot of me because the 90s, nobody was creative.
Yeah, your name is like the Martha of today. It's very common.
It's a very common name. It's no Ashley or Amanda or Britt.
Colleen!
But it's
Colleen, you boiling the taters.
But yeah, Colleen. I don't personally know any Colleens. Do you?
I have a cousin. It's Colleen. My family's very Irish, though.
Same.
And then there's Colleen Coco. Do you remember her? She was at one of my roommate's friends in college. Colleen had, I don't want to dox her, but Coco H. But yeah, so I know that Colleen as well.
So you know two.
I know two of them, yeah.
Well, that's insane. But like, how many girls do you know with my actual name?
A lot of them.
A fuck ton.
Yeah.
So
true.
yeah,
my cousin's married.
Could have been a Colleen. Guess I came out and the doctor was like, "You can't name that baby Colleen. Fuck that." My
She's
parents
too
were
common.
like, "You right."
She's too common. There's nothing special about this baby.
yeah, I guess that is what happened. So,
All right, fine.
Okay, cool. Low it is.
Continue.
I was bullied a lot in high school. Like a lot. Like people got fired over the amount of bullying that happened to me.
Wow, really? Who got fired?
Two of the janitors got fired.
Did they bully you too?
No, they're supposed to clean up any graffiti in the bathrooms every day, and they didn't, to the extent that it was there for over a week, and it grew, and it covered the entire back and both sides of a stall, about how big of a slut I was, and all these things, which was just awful because
wasn't true.
It wasn't true.
So
I was still a virgin.
You know what I mean?
Well, and it's again, we went to a very, very large school, and
true.
when you go to school with that many people don't really know you; they just perceive you. So because they always saw me with people like you, or Bob, or Elliot, or any of our guy friends, I was always with boys.
That's true.
So they just assumed that I was sleeping with them because. But I mean, especially I was the new kid. I came in, you know, in high school, and you guys had all grown up with each other. So I was just trying to find my place. And guys are usually a little more welcoming.
So true.
So it was just a big misunderstanding.
Wait,
but people,
freshman year was your first year, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That always weirds me out. I feel like I've known you longer than that. But I guess when you think about it, we haven't known each other for like 15 years.
That's like 15 years, yeah. So it was bad. I mean, it wasn't great. It is what it is. I mean, I guess it made me better. It made my sense of humor a little funnier. But
I was bullied too.
I mean, to a certain extent, I still deal with that. But it's not bullying. It's just people being assholes.
Being they're jealous is the truth of it.
But I was very much bullied.
I was also bullied for being too
You were not.
Bullied for being too cool.
You were not. I fucking hate you.
People would be like,
why
don't you have more flaws? I'm sure, I honestly know that I got on people's nerves because I was always trying to be funny and shit, and I was obnoxious, so I'm sure nobody ever said it to my face because they knew they'd get their ass beat.
Well, I don't know about that.
They knew it.
On a lighter note, I lost my final baby tooth at like 17 or 18.
Were you a virgin still?
Yes. Yes, I was still a virgin. It was one of my molars.
I don't know what the correlation I was trying to make.
I don't know what it was either. It was weird because I didn't realize that it was still a baby tooth until the adult tooth started growing in with like the crown of the tooth facing inside of my mouth instead of up.
Painful?
It was super painful. My whole jaw got infected. It was a whole
painful.
thing. They had it because it was still like attached at the bone, so I had to have like actual oral surgery to have the tooth removed.
That sucks.
And luckily enough, because I've never had braces, that's another fact. Never had braces.
Hey, same here.
Or a cavity.
Never had braces.
And look at our teeth. We both have great
Mine
teeth.
look yellow.
Mine looks stupid white, and I don't know why.
It's this white.
Yeah, but why don't yours look white?
I've brushed my teeth today.
Ah, there you go. Plaque. Brush your teeth, kids.
Literally.
But I got very lucky that tooth grew. It moved itself back into the right place because it could have very much fucked up my teeth.
Rolled out of bed to seriously, like, half stumble. Clocked in. Yes, hello.
This is Tyler.
Does my breath smell?
Not that I've noticed.
I lost my virginity at 15. Some people think that's young.
One more time.
Is it?
What?
Yeah.
Were you a freshman?
Gonna be a sophomore.
So summer.
Summer of sophomore. Going to be a sophomore. Yeah, honestly, I was saying that to somebody this weekend, and they were like, I lost mine in 7th grade. And I was like, holy shit.
I know people that have definitely lost it earlier, and that's
playing
just
with a Game Boy Color.
Insane to me.
This new Zelda's great.
I mean, I knew what sex was, but like, it never dawned on me to like.
When I was really young, here's a fact about me. I thought that the vagina.
Wait, now you're telling me facts about you? Is that not? We haven't been doing this.
No, but here's another fact that we can add to the list. When I was in maybe like 5th grade, I assumed that the vagina was at the exact level of the penis on a woman. Because like whenever I saw movies, they would just like
be on top of each
other, right? And they were under the covers, so I would just be like. Oh.
So you thought the hole was like more in the front as opposed to being underneath?
I thought they were just like connecting.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like you thought it was like where the pubic bone is, as opposed to like as opposed to where it actually is.
I thought that they just had a slit where we had a penis. I didn't realize it was lower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And basically where their penis should be is the clit.
I mean, I guess that's realistic because I guess I didn't know.
That's where the clit is.
Where the dick was, like on your body, because like Ken dolls just were smooth.
Good job, love.
Okay. Next fact. I have 11 piercings and 2 tattoos. Arguably 3 tattoos because I got one of them in 2 different sessions. It's a whole thing, but yeah.
I'm still the same way in this world that I came in doing. Nothing at all. Because I got more hair. I have no tattoos and no piercings. I did get a piercing once in whichever ear is the straight and cool ear. But I took it out for like a month and then it went away. So I don't have anything now.
Yeah, I know. I've got these giant.
I thought about getting one of those.
How do I help me show off that this is a giant hole in my ear? Like pull my hair back.
You see? Okay, look. There's a hole, right? And then now
I could take it out and put my finger through it, but I'm not going to do that because that's gross.
Should we actually stick something through it?
We can.
Stick a pen through it.
We got a pan? Give me a pan. Boop.
There you go.
Boom.
Giant. They should actually wear that. It looks pretty cool. And then you also have a pen.
I don't know why I said ow. That definitely didn't hurt. But what?
I said you should wear that pan as an earring.
Yeah, I said I can get my pinky in it. But anyway. But they've been like this for like...
You had those in late high school because I remember them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they've been this size.
How did we actually become friends? I know it's off topic.
Let's make that the end of this because I don't know and I'll have to think about it. We're almost there, I think. I am legally blind without my glasses or contacts.
Okay, that's weird. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. But like my vision is very poor.
You have bad eyes.
Very. So like my mom is an optometrist / ophthalmologist, and the way she described it to me is if the best I could see with corrective vision is what I see without corrective vision, then I would be legally blind and I would have to like do a different thing on my license and whatever.
You are totally fucked.
But because corrective vision fixes it, I'm not legally blind, so that means that without any corrective vision,
you are legally blind.
I am legally blind.
Interesting. Which
is a kind of terrifying fact to think about. Like, I genuinely can't see. Like, I've lost contacts while driving. Like, one will just pop out and I'm like...
You're fucked.
Guess we're driving like this with no fucking depth perception.
I can do it, but it's really blurry.
It gives me a really big headache. It actually makes me very nauseous because, again, it's like nothing and then everything.
I was born flat-footed, and I had to wear inserts in my shoes.
What do you mean you were born?
I actually had, my dad would call them Fred Flintstone feet. You know, Fred Flintstone. Yeah. And I didn't have arches, so
I am flat-footed.
I had to wear inserts in my shoes as a kid, and it forced an arch.
You have an arch in your foot now?
Now I do. I didn't as a kid, though. You can ask my mom. It's still like a very small arch.
I have a very, very, very small arch.
Yep.
See?
Yes, I did not have that. Like, I would get back pain when I was like 5.
Like, if your foot is wet and you stepped on concrete, is it not almost a complete footprint?
It was a complete
Instead
footprint.
of like, people just have like that little like side part.
My mom used to have footprints of us as babies, and you can see where my brother's bends up and away at the side, and mine looks like somebody
flat. It's an entire
stamped it. Yeah.
Great. We are seriously the same person. It's so fucking weird.
But I used to have a weird walk because I wore inserts. But even then, they would have made fun of me.
I am pigeon-toed.
Because I was the hilarious kid.
Are you pigeon-toed?
No.
Where your feet go?
No.
So I'm pigeon-toed to the point that they almost broke my legs as a toddler and did surgery on them to correct the bone. Because when you're pigeon-toed, it just means that your femur? Is that what's the bottom? What's this one?
Essentially what I've learned about you is that you were supposed to be dead years ago.
How did I make it this far? Yeah, so whatever that bone is, because I don't
Hers
know.
is fucked up, is the point.
It was twisted, and then a doctor was like, you know what? When she gets older, once she hits puberty, she will naturally start to straighten her foot out because people will notice her, so she'll become more aware of her body and like. So I do still walk fairly pigeon toed, especially like when I'm sleepy or if I'm drunk or just being lazy. But for the most part, it's like fairly straightened out.
I've never noticed.
But I'm pretty fucking pigeon toed.
At least you're not bow-legged. That's a weird pet peeve of mine. There's a fact. People with bow legs weird me. I'm cool with it. It's not like I'm gonna make fun of you, but like.
It's just one of those things that like, catches your eye and you're like,
you look like a wishbone.
Why are your legs like that?
From the hip down, you look like a wishbone.
You want to grab one side and I'll grab the other and
just snap their fucking legs. Yeah.
I have only had one birthday party. Well, that's not true. I've only had one birthday party that was just mine. I had a bunch when I was little because my cousin's birthday is the same day as mine. But I only had one that was just mine, which my cousin did weirdly attend. And it was my 10th birthday, and it was at Discovery Zone when that was still a fucking thing. I only remember it was my 10th birthday because it was when Oops, I Did It Again came out. And we watched the world premiere of that music video at my birthday party.
Discovery Zone?
Yeah, it was on like the big screen.
I'm Carson Daly. This one goes out to Lauren.
Yeah, it didn't go out to me, but
that's funny.
But yeah, I've never had a birthday party ever since then.
They always took me to Chuck E. Cheese until I got to
Nobody loves me.
That's not true.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. Throw me a birthday party. Thanks.
People love you. We just had a birthday party for you in February.
No, we didn't.
Didn't we all go out for your birthday?
That's not a birthday party. I'm talking about like a planned thing where people come over to celebrate me.
Oh yeah, fine. I got you.
I've never had a surprise party.
Surprise!
I would love to have a surprise party.
Not me. I would immediately go defensive. Start karate chopping people. Who's here?
Yeah, because you're so athletic. All right, next.
My first name is not actually Sully. A lot of people don't know that about me.
Okay, I think everybody knows your first name is not Sully. It's very clearly your last name.
It's not my first name. That's true. It's a fact.
But it is not the name that those of you that know him. That is not his first name.
Yeah, my first name is actually Jeffrey. My parents were like, yeah. Well, here's the true story. My uncle had 2 daughters, and they thought I was going to be my dad's the youngest, so they thought I was going to be the last child because my brother was a year older than me. So my uncle was like, I would like someone to be named after me. And so they were like, well, we wanted to name our kid Tyler, and Tyler Jeffrey sounds really stupid. So we'll name him Jeffrey Tyler, and he'll just go by Tyler. And then my grandpa heard the idea about, this is actually my next fact. My grandpa heard the idea about the No More Boys, and he was like, well, I want a kid named Ted after me. So I actually have 3 names. I'm Jeffrey Tyler Ted Sullivan.
I was going to call you JTT earlier today.
And you could remember
and
why.
I couldn't remember why,
Yeah,
and that is why.
A lot of people don't know about
You
Ted.
have 3 first names.
I do, and it's not Theodore. A lot of people
So do you have a middle name?
Tyler. But like technically, I would say.
So where's Ted?
I would technically not consider Jeffrey anything because I've never gone by that except for the first day of school.
Because you go by Ted so often?
No, but if somebody was like, "What's your middle name?" I
You'd
guess
be like Tyler.
I guess I would say Tyler, yeah, and then explain to them like my first name's Jeffrey. But if I could change my name, I would just be Tyler Ted Sullivan and just leave it like that. TTS.
Interesting.
No hate to my uncle, but his daughter ended up having a son, and his name is Jeffrey. So it's like, kids stole my name. What the hell?
So you're just like, drop the Jeffrey.
I mean, I could, honestly, yeah. But I'm Jeffrey Tyler Ted. But it's funny because it's Ted and not Theodore. And
yeah.
I think I've told this
my
story
nephew's
before.
name is Theodore. He goes by Teddy because he's
my
3.
Grandpa's name is Ted James Sullivan, not Theodore. It's actually Ted. They were Irish immigrants.
Well, that's like, I think I told you
and
this.
they did not Theodore him.
I like to
Ted.
Whenever my grandpa's pissing me off, I like to call him Benjamin because his name is Ben.
That's his name.
Bernard.
Bernard. Mm-hmm. Benjamin Bernard or just
no,
Bernard?
he goes by Ben, but his name is Bernard. Which
Bernard?
Ben is short, or it could be like Bernie.
Bernard sounds like a cat's name for some reason.
So he's Bernard, and I just always, whenever he's being a dick, I just am like, shut up, Benjamin. He's like, my name's not Benjamin.
It's Bernard.
I'm like, I know that your name is not Benjamin. That's why I said it. Grandpa. We call him Crappaw instead of Grandpa. We're very nice to each other in my family.
I just got a weird text.
From who?
We'll talk about it.
It's not cryptic at all. Someone's been blowing me up. I've been getting
somebody.
all kinds
Did you
of
put
shit.
a snap up or something? How do people know that we're doing this right now, or do they?
Yeah.
That must be what it is.
I told you I was.
That must be what it is.
On our
Fuckers.
Instagram.
Stop watching this.
Okay, we're getting towards the end. Okay. I automatically trust everybody. It's not a great trait.
Mm-hmm.
But most people, I think, are, I don't trust you until you give me a reason to trust you. Whereas I will inherently trust you until you give me a reason not to.
I am immensely skeptical of everyone I meet.
Yes, you are.
I don't trust
You
anybody.
that is like the one thing we are the exact opposite on.
Yes.
Except for the fact that you have a penis and I have a vagina. That's it. That's one other
If
thing.
I meet a person and they seem too good to be true, there's something deep and dark underneath them.
Probably.
I always say this about personalities too, where it's like, and this is sorry, good-looking people, the better looking you are, the least interesting you are, because you did not have to develop a person. Like, people were automatically interested in you growing up.
I mean, I agree with this, but it also
Because you were
pisses me off
good-looking.
because what does that mean about us?
It means we're fucked up.
Are we not good-looking people?
No, we're not. Did you ever think that we were?
I mean, I don't think I'm...
That's your problem right there.
I mean, I do refer to
You're-
myself as a potato
You're
all the
better
time.
looking than me. You've always been
And that's just because I have boobs.
You've always been pretty attractive. Yeah, that's really fucking sexy. I think that.
But yes, I agree. I would say the vast majority.
But my point
of
is,
good-looking
growing
people,
up,
yeah.
growing up, we were not. I was never the boy that the girls were like, "Ooh,
No,
I can't
neither.
wait for."
I was a boy. I was a
Yeah.
tomboy. Everybody
But
considered me a
some
boy.
people grew up like that though, where they were like, "Oh, the hottest girl in school likes me. That's not a big deal. I'm used to that." Whereas we were below.
like
that
somebody
class.
like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody pay attention to me.
But so that's why I had to be funny, was because that was how I could be interesting without my looks.
Mine is just a sheer defense mechanism from lifelong trauma.
It's also coping. Yes, it's also a coping mechanism.
What did I say?
You said defense, but it's the same thing, really.
Tomato.
It's a versatile tool. Basically, be hilarious.
We are so funny.
And if you're not, fuck you. Let's continue.
Okay.
Speak for yourself. I'm hilarious.
I hate pineapple.
I don't like
loathe
it
it.
either. I really hate it on
Loathe it.
pizza. Never have thought it was
That's
cool.
different. Not like it on pizza.
I don't like it at all. Fine. That's a fact about me. I hate pineapple as well. I don't
Like,
like
would
it.
you eat it?
No. If you offered me a cup of pineapple, I would say, I wouldn't be like, "Tah!"
Like, if you were at a restaurant and you got, I just realized what I was about to ask you because this would never happen. But if you got like a fruit, like a side of fruit, I will always ask, is it pre-made? Does it have pineapple in it? Because if it's not, like, sometimes they will actually cut the fruit up and like give it to you. But sometimes it's just like already in a big thing and there's pineapple in it and then everything tastes
Speak
like
for yourself,
pineapple. So I'm like,
Richie.
I won't get it.
You know the pineapple.
That doesn't make me rich.
I've never been to a place where they bring me cut up fruit or cut fruit up in front of me. The only place
They
I've
don't
ever,
cut it in front of
the only place
me.
I've ever cut shit up in front of me is fucking Benihana.
No, but like you can get
It's
like
Subway.
you can get a side of fresh fruit, but a lot of times it's like a they just have a
I
big
get what you're saying.
tub of
An
fruit.
assorted cup of fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you.
but I won't get it because if it
Too much
has pineapple in it.
Did you know
But
that-
it makes everything taste like pineapple.
I don't like pineapple either. Did you know that pineapple makes your tongue tingle because it actually is like super acidic?
Oh, I'm allergic to kiwi.
I did not know
Like,
that.
pretty allergic to kiwi.
I'm allergic to kiwis.
But I didn't find that out until like
Years ago?
4 years ago.
Interesting.
Because I guess I'd never had
So you
kiwi
ate some
before.
kiwi and then you started dying?
A good friend of mine is from Iraq or Iran. Probably should remember which one, but can't remember. And
Little ditty.
I guess
About Iraq and Iran.
I guess
Wait, hold on. Has that been done before? Because that's pretty genius.
No, I don't think so. We'll come back to that. Come back to it. When I guess like a customary drink of theirs.
That is God. Sorry, I just that was really good. I'm sorry, I'm sucking my dick, but that was
It's
too
clever.
natural. I had to
It
have
was
pulled that.
clever.
No,
We
that's
get it.
from
You're so
something.
funny.
That's
You're
from
so
something.
funny.
Little ditty. All right, go ahead.
You done?
Iraq and Iran
hate
both used to be run by the Taliban. All right, go ahead.
Long story short, apparently the drink they make is like pureed kiwi and vodka. And we were drinking it. My mouth got real itchy. My throat got real itchy. And I was like couldn't really talk. And I was like, I think I'm allergic to kiwi.
Sucking on kebabs down by the goat farm.
So have you just been holding that in the whole time I was saying that last part? Okay. Go.
She's allergic to kiwi. I'm allergic to erythromycin.
Azithromycin.
Erythromycin.
I thought it was azithromycin because it's a Z-Pack.
No, maybe that's what it's called now. Anyway, I'm
So you're
allergic.
allergic to Z-Packs.
I'm allergic to a weird drug. Is the point that I don't feel like
It's an
we use it.
antibiotic.
Okay, fine.
I am allergic to Cipro, which is crazy because I've taken it before, and the last one was in the hospital. I have pictures of it, and I think I showed them to you.
They
My
gave you
entire
Cipro?
arm, because they put it in my IV.
sort
My
of-
entire arm broke out in like these huge welts, and I was just I couldn't breathe, and I was like,
You started a blue.
I don't think this is normal.
What's the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka's
I did not
name?
do that. Violet.
Violet.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Violet Beauregard. Am I right?
I don't know. Maybe, probably.
Nobody ever talks about how creepy that fucking boat scene is in Willy Wonka. Like, that used to scare the shit out of me
The whole movie is creepy.
more than the Oompa Loompas. When he's like, and we're going, and it's like, this is a kid's movie? This man is deranged. But anyway.
The whole movie is pretty fucked up.
Also, how cool is it when he walks out and he limps and then he does that flip? You never realize it as a kid, but you're like, he's basically setting the tone for like the whole movie of like, this guy is, you cannot trust this man. There's something strange.
Yeah, you realize this is not the point of this song.
Anyway, so the whole point of this episode is to dissect Willy Wonka. All right, go ahead.
Okay, all right, I get 2 more. Well, I'm sure I'll have like 8 more because we'll just keep talking. I burp probably at least 40 times a day.
I poop 3 times a day.
I think I only poop like once or
I'm an
twice.
avid pooper. Quite
Love
productive
to
at
poop.
shitting.
I did poop twice today. No, I burp. I mean, I've always been a big burper because I think burping's funny and it feels great because it's a burp and it's
I don't have gas
fine.
like that.
I have terrible gas and I've got like acid reflux and shit because I'm old and again apparently I should have been dead.
White Claws do make me bloat though. White Claws will bloat me up and then sometimes
Yeah,
they bloat me up, Tom. And then
But
sometimes
this is
I go,
probably that's like the 10th time I've burped just in the last
it's really sexy.
hour. So there's that.
I always wonder the chicken or the egg when it comes to me pooping because I wake up and I poop and I'm like, okay, so this has to be from yesterday.
Yes.
But then I don't eat anything and then I poop again like 4 hours later. I'm like, okay, so hold on, is this from yesterday too? Where is this poop coming from?
Yeah,
And then I eat again and then I'll poop and I'm like, all right, now is this the food I just had or is this still from that back supply from where the first
You're
two
just
poops
hoarding
came from?
poop.
I don't know where it comes from. It's somewhere in there.
Where does Sully's poop come from?
And the thing is, I broke.
Answer that, internet.
I'm still pooping as much as I used to when I was really fat, which is what's weird because I've been fasting. So where's all this?
That's not really how your bowels work.
Where's this shit coming from? I'm not quite sure.
I don't
You know what else? Oh, are we gonna do what you're watching? We're not, are we? Because I got one.
No.
All right. Well, it's What We Do in the Shadows. It's a good show.
No, we're not going into that.
Add that in.
That's the next episode.
Okay. Next fact.
Okay. Last fact. Well, I mean maybe, but the last one I wrote down is that my father calls me his firstborn son, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. Right?
My father calls me. Who are you again?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. My last fact is my favorite movie is Birdman: The Virtue of Ignorance. I think it's a great meta film. You people should all watch it.
I don't think I have a favorite movie. I've got like a top few. I think mine would surprise you.
Most people, I think, would think that one of mine is like Star Wars or something like that, which I love those. I love that kind of stuff, like sci-fi fantasy. But I really liked the movie Birdman for what it says about humans. I don't know how hipster shitty that sounds.
I think I've seen it.
It's a weird, skewed movie, but it's like really good, and it's like very meta. Edward Norton is kind of playing like a weird version of himself. They're all playing weird versions of themselves, except Emma Stone and Zach Galifianakis, who are playing like actual characters. Anyway, good film. I highly recommend it. Highly. But that's my last fact.
Yeah.
That was 50 Things About Us. It took an hour 22 minutes.
That was roughly 100 fun facts about the two of us. I'm pretty sure we gave you
This one should
way more
really be
than
called
that.
Verbal Diarrhea or something like it because that was all that it was. It was like...
It was
Okay,
basically
anyway.
just us sucking our own dicks.
I love
for the last
eggs.
hour.
Anyway, next thing. World War II was...
I love lamps. Lamp?
So anyway, what you watching? I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows.
Fuck about what you've been watching.
All right.
So guys, thank you for the last 10 episodes. It's been a lot of fun.
It's gonna be
Don't
more
forget
fun.
to like, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Instagram, the Facebook, and the Twitter if he ever posts anything on it. Love you guys.